give a lot of like support and really believe on this person.
Well, I think it helps from a coaching standpoint if you can lead by example, for one thing. I mean, if you're like, do as I say, not as I do, and you're just like, screwing up, it's very shallow.
Yeah.
But, and I'm not perfect. You don't have to be perfect at it too, but I mean, at least you're making an effort, and you have to have some experience too. I mean, no one can get in there and just be a bullshitter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can try, but it's not going to happen. And I think that fighting is very dangerous, so you have to go. You need a little extra something,
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be honest, I like dangerous stuff. I mean, I get bored easily. And fighters are pretty extreme. You almost have to be. It's like, the training, the lifestyle is like you're kind of living like a monk almost. And it doesn't mean you can't have fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. And fighting's not for everybody. And there's plenty of people that come in the gym. They just want to work out. They want to kick ass. They want to get in shape. And if they have to use it, they have some skills too, and that's very important. I've been training a lot of law enforcement people lately, and they're good students. I enjoy working with them, and there was a time I didn't really like the law enforcement that much, but I got to know a good bit of them personally, and became friends too, and it's been a good experience, Actually, I'm moving into I may be working with a group now, and I can't talk too much about it yet, but and kind of help them out. I have a vested interest in those guys too now, and I think it's important that in America, there's been the last few years a lot of division too, and I think it's not good. I mean, we're really the same, all over the world, and everybody bleeds, right? And it's important that we're able to stay motivated in the right direction with a positive, I want to back a positive message. I don't want to back any, bullshit.
Hard to keep the positive message because there's so much bullshit around.
Mm-hmm.
How to, I can say on your age, because I think you also can fit to, for example, people like my parents and everything, and you are, first of all, you are in great shape, right? Your mind, it's, very sharp, right? And you're super active, right? I can see you like all the time, right? Like with these people together, you're like, you are not the one who's sitting on the bench and they're pointing other people, right? You are with them. And right now, we know it's very hard for everyone even move the ass from the sofa. We see the people active, I think many people active because you surrender with them. But there's a lot of people everywhere who don't move the ass from the room, right?
You don't have to be perfect, right? I think one of the difficulties that we have, and this is human nature too, is over-trying, overthinking. You could think something into perfection and never do it. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens a lot of times. I hear I'll invite someone to the gym, for example. I want to get in shape before I come to your gym, Walt. I'm like, you're never going to come. You don't have to be perfect. You do have to show up. You have to get in there. It starts with the first step. It's like if you're playing guitar, you're not going to grab a guitar and be Yngwie Malmsteen right off the bat. You're going to sound like crap for a while, and that's okay. It's the same thing with fighting, or doing Muay Thai. I like that a lot of people, and a lot of ladies now are doing Muay Thai and getting in shape, and that's another thing too. For self-defense, who do you think someone that's trying to do some criminal activity or attacking people or, you know, raping women or things like that, they're going to prey on the weak, or they're not going to try to, you know, go after some guys like me or you, right? That's not the first choice. So it's important for women and kids too to try and get into that type of training. It's not violent. It's not going to turn a kid into a trained killer. You know, it's going to get out a little bit of negative energy or, you know, just frustration, make them more stable. It's like I'm into dog training protection dogs too. And some of the people, I've heard this too, oh, you're training attack dogs and those dogs are going to be vicious. It's not. That's why I liked the European mindset they had with the dog training. The guys I've met in Germany and Holland and places like that, they're training the dogs to do a lot of bite work and protection work. And it's common and acceptable because a dog is one of the biggest attributes is biting. But they have to learn how to do it, the technique to do it, when to release, when not to do it, things like that. Barking. You got to teach your dog how to bark. You know, we used to count the barks before rewarding the dog. And for a protection dog, you need a dog that barks. It's an alarm in your house, which is one of the best home defense you could get is a good dog, especially a Belgian Malinois, German Shepherd, Doberman, Rottweiler. Those breeds they're made for that type of stuff. And we would train them to bark consistently. I mean, my female German Shepherd I have right now, she's 11. She'll bark 200 times before I give her a grip, and that's her reward, you know. And that's important. It's, like I said, it's an alarm you never need to set. So training kids to kick pads, to learn techniques, how to defend someone that throws a punch at you, things like that. It's important, you know, and it's also good to develop their temperament and their mannerisms too, not to use it, to respect it. I mean, you hear about people that maybe are bullies and things like that. They're not having martial arts training. Yep. You know, if they were to do that, those things would never happen.